Hi, Kush.
Hi. Oh God, you know what, Trace? You can't see you.
It's okay. You don't need to.
No, but I think people are going to want to see you.
I'm here. I could see me. What do you mean?
It's now when you lean back, the sun
No,
made
it's my computer. When I move the screen, I usually do that in the middle of the meeting.
you off. Fran Wolf wants to come in. We don't want people in yet.
They're gonna have to wait the whole half hour. They're gonna sit in the waiting room, and I'm gonna let them sit there.
Yeah, I mean about 5. I wish I could see you. Shit.
You can't see me. I see you. What are you talking about?
Your face is very. Can you make your screen brighter?
No, it's just because I'm where I'm sitting. But I could see myself.
Now I can.
I'll just lean forward. It's just where the sun goes behind me, but there's not
the sun might move. Now I could see you better. You know, I'm hearing from people they can't come on. I don't care.
You mean like they wanted to? Your friend Jill Siegel made an account today. So you want me to let her in if people aren't showing up?
Yeah, I know Sandy Goldfarb can't get in. Jill has had no internet for 3 days.
I don't care as long so this was my plan is that I was going to what is she talking about? Oh wait, hold on.
God, you know what though? Shit, you're completely black now.
No, it'll come back. Just hold on. I have to answer something for Hannah. I know when I lean forward, I do this for meetings. I'll lean forward in the meeting. Hold on. Sorry, one-time fees, class fees.
Oh, right. You have to manage the desk at the same time. How are you going to do this?
It's fine. She texts me. It's Hannah. You know, the problem is Becky comes back tomorrow. COVID, it's everything. It's like me going down into J school. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but at least we have staff down there. It's like, I'm just thankful I don't have to sit at the desk today from 9 to 1. So,
sorry, okay. Tracy.
Oh, it's all good. You know what? It's COVID. What are you going to do? It's like,
I mean, see, the problem is, I didn't think about this. I can't manage the waiting room and manage the Zoom.
I don't want you to. That's why I'm going to manage technology. So I made you the co-host so you could do whatever you want. I'll manage the waiting room. And then
he's going to come on in about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Wait till you see him. He's so cute.
So cute. And I'll take some screenshots on the actual computer.
Yeah, which glasses do you like better? These?
Yeah.
Or these? I like these.
I like those. Yeah, definitely. I love those.
I mean, I need my glasses.
Yeah, but you look beautiful. You look beautiful. And what I'll do is so you don't have to worry. I figured I just want you to be leading. I'll worry about technology. You can handle the chat with questions.
Great.
I will make sure I manage the wait room. And if I have a question about somebody, I'll just shoot you a text while we're getting them in.
Or exactly, put it in the chat or text me. Yeah. Now, like I heard from Sandra Goldfarb, something came up. Can we send her the video? I said, yes, we'll get it. I just said to Kate, we can't post the video online, but to someone that missed it, we can send it and we say to them, it can't be shared.
Yep. And we can even, remind me, I have language for when we send it out that says that basically, so if God forbid she did share it, there was something we put like, this is copyrighted, view only because you registered. It's like 2 or 3 lines.
All right, so I will do that.
And it just covers you in case she does send it to someone that we said it couldn't.
Great.
I don't really think the
I mean, but like 6 people texted me, they didn't get the link.
Well, that happens all the time. It's because
next time I might put on Facebook the day we send the link out, I'll go on social media and say, guess what? Look for your inbox for the link.
Yep.
We learn this.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, they don't even remember it's always our members. They don't know what emails there. Then the front desk registered them. So,
it is only the members. It's not a non-member.
Of course, because they know what they signed themselves up under. So like Amy Holt, she couldn't remember. Did I use my AOL account? Did I use my email account?
Right.
And they're looking and they realize that there's some old email.
Right. Oh God, Lisa Snell. I don't know who she is.
Who?
She wants to have the Zoom, please. Oh, she didn't get it this one.
Wait, hold on. Let me check the roster. Some people, hold on. I'm going to pull up. In fact, before Matt has to run out, I'm going to ask him to go run and get the roster. Hold on.
No. I have the roster, but Lisa Snell, is she registered?
I don't know. I'm going to pull up the roster right now. I don't remember. Hold on. I'm getting
She's in Kent.
I'm going to have Matt print it for me. Hold on. Hold on, girl. I'm going to get it. And then you don't have to worry about it.
Just send it to the file.
I don't know how to do that.
I mean,
Tell me what to do. Should I just email it to you? All right.
the roster, Tracy, should I send it to you?
No, I'm gonna just create a new one because we have those 2 new people that registered over the weekend.
Yeah, here, I have it.
Hold on, Matthew. I'm just
In
gonna.
Europe. She's in Europe.
Oh my.
I like that.
I think if I print and.
No, can she register?
No, it's too late.
Do we not take her?
Hold on. Well, this is the thing. Hold on one second, babe. Give me 1 second. Ask you
Okay.
the question in a minute because you know I can't do 2 things at once. Okay, hold on. I just want to make sure this makes sense.
Sorry, she's like sending me a friend request. She wants to join the program. Oh my God.
Because the other thing we have to look out for is that our,
Zoom bombers?
well, that, and I don't even worry as much about that. I worry more that.
This list that I got is not accurate. This only had 40 people on here. This isn't right.
Hold on. I got it, girl. Give me a minute. We have 83 this morning. Hold on. I'm coming, Matthew. Give me a second.
What does he need, Tracy? What does he
No, I'm
need?
doing this. I'm sending him this so he can print it for me. Hold on. Hold on, Matt. I just wanted to delete a column, so I just want to do an attendance sheet. Give me 1 minute. I want to.
So the other thing for Jill, she could pay afterwards.
You know what? Afterwards, you and I'll get it for her. But right, because what you have to do is you have to reopen it, which I don't want to do right now.
No. What about this Lisa Snell?
Lisa Snell used to live here. Wait, hold on.
No, she didn't live.
I think she did. I swear.
She lives in England. She's single.
Okay,
She
hold on.
might be friends with the prince.
Good for her. She should have registered. Hold on. I honestly don't feel bad for people. I don't.
I know, but I feel like we could use the money.
Well, hold on. Just give me a minute.
So should I text Jill? Do you want to go on and pay after?
Yeah. If she wants to pay after, I'll open it up. I could even
Hold
open
on.
it up while you're talking, but hold on a second, Matt. Let me just
Do
send
you want me to go?
Wait, give me 1 second. Let me send this to Matt.
Tracy, Matt, I don't want you to worry about Matt.
No, he's printing this roster for me. Hold on. He's right here.
Do you want to go on the Zoom link? Tracy said you made an account, question mark. If you do and you didn't register, we could give you the link and you could register after.
No, I could do it right now. I'm gonna.
No, I don't want you to worry about that. We have other things to worry about.
It's gonna take me 1 second. Hold on. Jack's
I just got, okay, what about Lisa Snell?
tell her that if she can do 1 or 2 things, I'm gonna manage the program. Tell her like in what you'll tell her when she can either call the front desk or register herself, but she has to do it by
She
11.
can't call the front desk. She lives in England.
I don't care what she can still call.
Can you go on now?
And not Sandy, Jill, I just opened it up for the last 6 people
And register
before 11 o'clock.
LVJCC.
I'm shutting it back down at 11 because
Org.
people interrupting us.
Jesus
So I
Christ.
just made it 1:17 and that they can register up to 11. There's only 6 spots left, but
Cheers. Okay.
that way. And then if somebody, and then
We made a spot for you, so go on now. So I'll I just got,
tell her she can register. Wait, give me 1 minute. I just have to save this to 11 a.m. Hold on.
oh my
I just
God.
had to change the registration so it's open. Today's the 17th, right, Beth?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. All right, I just opened up registration for 6 more people till 11 o'clock.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell
I'm
Jill.
gonna send Hannah. She could do it right now.
Tracy just went on and opened a spot for you if you want to register, period. Please go on lvjcc.org what's it called? Back what?
What, honey? lvjcc.org.
No, it's the JUniversity.
Oh, here, hold on. I'll send you.
LVV, no,
I'm going to send you the link.
it's called backslash.
Yeah, backslash. Wait, I'm sending it to you. Hold on, babe. I'm sending
I
it.
have
I'm sending it to you right now in text. Hold on.
I get it. I got it.
Okay.
Oh my God, this woman.
Here,
Lisa.
Lisa. All right, we'll tell her she's got 20 minutes.
She's going on. Okay. Oh, okay. Good.
And I'm going to send Hannah the link to the
All right.
prints
Now, you need to tell her if someone calls, they can't get on.
Yep.
Can she write it down? Because she probably isn't
I'm
going to
gonna
be.
email it to her. Someone can't get on the Challah prints, but registered. You can email them the link. Check your email for the link and the roster.
You know we're going to get a zillion calls. I don't have the link.
Okay, yep, I'm gonna send it to Hannah right now. I'm gonna send her the roster. Challah prints. I'm gonna send her the roster right now, and we got this. We got this, girl. We're good.
Do you like my background? Is it fine?
Hold on, I'll let you know in a minute.
No, it's fine in back.
Okay. I'm just on the.
What are you on now? The roster?
Sending Hannah, telling her she has to check the roster. She shouldn't give anybody the links unless she sees them on the roster.
Oh, God.
And Matt just printed me the roster.
Oh, this is so stressful. Is
No.
Matt a watch?
It's a piece of cake. Matt actually is going to run an errand.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Now I want to give the Challah Prince link. Nah, this is normal. You're good. You don't worry about any of this. You worry about.
I know, except when they text me, I'll just text you.
Just forward it to me. I am going to be your girl. Don't you worry.
Well, because I don't think Brenda's as savvy, correct?
No, she doesn't know how to do this. All right, so Hannah, don't worry. And Hannah's going to text me if anybody calls and there's a problem. Any problems, you pay attention to him. I'll manage the waiting
I
room.
hope he's coming on. Now I'm getting nervous. Where is he?
He'll be here. It's only 10:43. Matt's cracking up. Still,
Why?
he just thinks he's funny.
Why?
Matt loves.
The passion behind
Matt
it.
loved your passion.
I know what like that.
Because Matt's like this. Wait a minute. What did I not send Hannah? This. What happened to my? Oh, there it is. Here's my email. All right, and then I'm going to come back over to you.
You might have woke up well.
Roster and link.
I'm going to call him on Messenger. Should I call him on Messenger?
Give him a minute. It's only 10:43.
I don't know. Okay. I just want to make sure he didn't.
Not
forget.
everyone's early like you and me.
Can you imagine if he forgets?
You don't think he forgot?
I have his WhatsApp, and I'm going to call him on Messenger.
Great, Matt. Will you do me a favor? Did you replace the water? I just need tea, but there's no water. I know you love me. You love me, baby.
I don't know if I could call him on
Listen,
Messenger.
Brenda's not even here, and she's supposed to be here at 10:45. So you know. All right. So Jill Siegel, is she going on? Did she say?
I don't know. She has a cable guy coming at 11. I don't know. I can't.
That's okay. So Jill Siegel, and who's the other one that I'm
He
writing?
signed up for 2 in February, though.
No, I'm just writing it down in case they come in.
Lisa.
No, Lisa. What's her last name?
I don't fucking know. Lisa Snell. Snell.
Oh, you know why we know Snell? That's Brian's last name. That's why I know her.
Okay, I can't. She keeps texting me.
Who?
Jill. Wait.
Tell her you're working. Tell her you can't respond.
I'm just not going to.
Tell her you just can't respond. You're very busy. All right.
Where
Hannah,
is he? He's getting me nervous.
Brenda's not even here.
No.
I know. But people are. All right. What else do you need me to do? Anything?
No.
All right. We're good. I made you the co-host. Let me just make sure you should
See if I could call him through this.
Did she did she reach out to this guy?
Yes.
He
And-
gave me his number to WhatsApp him. I don't know how to do that.
And I know Eric's going to come on, so he'll help if I need it.
No, well, I think you should do it. I want him to.
Oh, I
be
am. I'm saying
organized.
if something happens, I always have him as backup.
Okay. No,
Who else is in the waiting room? Kylie. I don't know who Kylie is.
he's my friend I used to work with.
Oh, that's awesome.
He lives in Chicago.
That's awesome.
Who's up early?
What's her last name? I'm going to check her out. Oh, here's
Magno.
Magno, Kyla Magno.
Jill, stop texting me.
Don't answer her. Just ignore her.
Everyone can hear that.
No, they can't. We're being recorded. We can cut it out if we need to. I'll tell Caitlin to cut the front part out of us talking. Kylie Fran Wolf is here. Let's cross her off.
Where's she from?
I don't know, because I only did names, so it would be easier to find. I didn't worry.
Oh, I have what's her name?
Fran Wolf.
Oh, I don't have it.
Don't worry, we can look later. I always like in the end to just then say how many.
How many? Well, trust me, we're gonna count the people that even registered that didn't come on.
Oh, yeah, but then I like to know, so we have 76 registered, maybe 78 if Jill and this other girl register. I'd love to know then how many actually attended. Like Eileen Uffberg said, I'm registering for them all, but I don't know if I'll be around. I said, okay, it's fine.
That's like at the ball stadium. It's a sold out crowd.
That's right, it's a sold out crowd.
Jill, stop. She's getting me. Stop.
Turn it over.
texting.
Don't look at it. Turn it over. Turn it over. Can you fill my, just drop a little of that. The tea's in there. Look, no, look, the mug started. I just ran out of
I
water.
can't.
And then there's the Italian sweet cream. And you could take the things out and then I won't bother you anymore, at least until you get back.
What does he have to do? That's so.
Well, oh, here's Brenda. I'm going to admit her. He's going, I do now my Sam's Club order as a higher member. You could do it and then you just pick it up so we don't have to go in the store.
Great. Tracy, I don't know where he is. Now I'm getting extremely
Don't get
nervous.
nervous. Hi, Brenda. Don't get nervous. Don't get nervous.
No, but where is he?
Here he is, the Hollow Prince. Here he is. I got him. He's coming. I have to admit him.
Just admit him. I'm so
I
nervous.
did. Don't worry.
Hi!
All right, I'm gonna
Go on.
wait. Hold on. I'll get him. I have to ask him to. There he goes. Now he should be.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hi, I'm so glad I was just sending you an email because I said, oh my God, what happens if he doesn't come? I'll be so nervous.
And I'm making you. I'm Tracy, and Brenda's in the other corner. I'm gonna also. What is your first name? I'm sorry.
Excuse me?
What
How
is
do
your
you
first
say your first name?
Idan.
Idan.
Don, so I'm gonna make, so you and Beth are the co-hosts, so if you need to unmute, mute anyone, otherwise I'll just manage the technology. But you and Beth are co-hosts of the program if you need to use anything in Zoom.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. So people are so excited. We already had 76 people and people are calling the front desk to, can they register now? So we're trying to manage that. And Brenda.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah, so people are very excited to see you. And for our community, just so you know, that's a big number.
I told you, remember, we were going to have so many people. I'm so excited.
We were
Me
hoping-
too. Me too.
Brenda, wait, I'll unmute you. Sorry, hold on. Let's unmute Brenda, and then I'll remute you later, Brenda.
Okay, I'm gonna check the cameras now. Just a second.
Yeah, great. Okay. So, oh, great. Idan, so I wrote you back yesterday. What you said is perfect. I'll introduce you. You do the 20 minutes of your life story, like we talked. Then you do your 20 demo, and then Q&A. And look what I have. I have tons of questions if people don't write in the chat, but I'll monitor the chat. And then, the one thing I wanted to know, tell me about the recipe. Do we give the recipe to people after
Brenda, I
the
unmuted
show?
you. Brenda, you can talk. I unmuted you.
Well, I
Okay,
can't.
some people are having trouble, so I'm just.
Okay, Brenda, I can't. Okay,
Tell me, well, who's
No.
in trouble?
Kira Bub.
there's a waiting room.
She's not in the waiting room.
No,
Okay. Idan, what about the recipe?
So the recipe, they can sign up the link in my bio in Instagram. It's basically www.challahprint.com/.
Stacy, do you want to send it to her email?
I can't hear him.
I will send you that by email. Just a second.
Okay, so Idan, so what I'm gonna say to people is they can follow you on Instagram, and we will also send the link for the Instagram after the show. How's that? Or, tomorrow.
And Brenda,
That's
I gave it
perfect,
to
yeah.
Hannah also.
Okay, great. So,
They-
listen, it's the biggest thing with the technical difficulties. That's the issue.
Brenda, can you hear me?
We have plenty of time. If you need to do what you need to do, you're good.
Yeah.
And I figure we'll wait till a few minutes after. So you can mute yourself if you want, so you don't have to hear us, or whatever works for you.
Okay.
Brenda.
Thanks a
tell
million.
people- Brenda, listen to me. I gave Hannah the links and the roster. Tell people to call the front desk.
No, who is it?
If you're
Kira?
not, hold on one second, Beth. Hold
Okay.
on.
She found
Hold on.
it. She found the link. She found it.
But listen, I want to tell you something. Anybody who texts you, I did not want us to be doing this the whole morning. So Hannah has the roster and the links. If anybody says they didn't get it, they can call the front desk and Hannah will resend it to them. Okay?
Brenda, so if people are reaching out to you, just have them call the front desk. But Tracy also just sent the link. So here, Brenda, I'll just.
I'm fine.
We're good.
I really am. I'm fine.
We're good.
But here it is, if someone
I
sends.
have the link.
We're good.
I
We're
have
good.
it.
We're good, Beth.
Beth,
We're good. We're good.
good.
But just so you know, Brenda, all these people got the link.
I
They
know
don't
they did.
look at their emails.
This is
Some
very
of them
normal
put it
for
in,
us.
some of them accidentally put it in their trash by accident.
Oh, of course.
So some
Tracy,
people are, so they're finding it, okay?
It's very normal. And I think we should wait till 11 o'clock on the waiting room. So,
I would say a little bit before, if you don't mind.
okay, that's
I would
fine.
say at about 10:56. Let people come in, make sure their camera's set properly, and
Okay,
then
that's fine. And they're all going to come in on mute because I didn't want 100 people talking.
please,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's how I set it up. They're going to come into the waiting room and then they'll come in on mute.
Thank you, Tracy.
And then when we have enough people, I'm going to pin the hollow prints to the top. So he's the speaker showing.
After I introduce him.
Yeah, it'll pin you and him. So it'll pin who's ever talking.
Right, but then you can spotlight him, right?
Yes, I'm going to do it I'm just going to manage it for both of you. When you start talking, I'll pin you. When he starts talking, I'll
Right.
pin him.
But you also need to spotlight, not just pin. You just push spotlight video.
I don't even see spotlight video.
Yeah, I'll do it when he comes on. I'll show,
Great.
I do it too, because
Where
that's,
is it, Beth? Why am I missing it?
so at the bottom,
Oh, at the bottom.
at participants, you'll see what I mean. Because my friendship circle people have told me pinning isn't enough. We need to spotlight. So you can pin him and I at the beginning, and then we're gonna spotlight him.
Got it. Oh, I got it.
We're
Okay,
doing our best.
I get you. Okay, I see it. I could do that.
Brenda, we're close to 80.
I know, I'm so excited, you have no idea.
Oh, there he is again. We're so excited. A woman from England just messaged me. She wants to come on. You're famous. I just threw my family out to go upstairs and watch from upstairs because my daughter is going in the same. They said you cannot come in.
Good. Howard Kushnick just logged on.
That's good. Yes. Oh my God, I'm dying.
Look, there's Sandy Carney's here.
Great. Brent,
It's like
Eliab, my friend
People are
Eliab.
starting to come in. I'm going to let them in a minute.
Yeah. What time is it?
It's 10:54. I'm going to
Yeah. So like in 1 minute or so, let them in.
Start to let them in. Yep.
Yeah, because the way this is, we're not gonna be able to start.
The woman that cried to you on Friday.
Yeah, Robin,
Out. She's already waiting.
good.
I don't know who iPad 4 is, so I won't be able to.
Don, are you nervous?
I'm very excited. Yes, very much.
Woohoo! We're excited.
Hey, what's going on with the visa?
No answer yet. So I have no visa. Technically, I have no visa. I'm not allowed to stay here, but.
Okay, but we won't tell anyone. Only
But I
80 of
don't
our
care.
closest friends.
I don't mind.
We don't mind either.
Well, I wish you would have gotten stuck in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
I know, we have to fly you here.
We would have taken really good care of you.
Definitely.
And if you're single, we know a lot of single people. You're a handsome guy.
I know, we didn't ask. We didn't
Thank
ask.
you.
His parents, we have to talk a little bit about your parents, how happy they are for you. So don't forget to say that.
Definitely, I will talk about my parents all the way here to Berlin and till now. Yeah, definitely.
Oh my God, okay, this is gonna be so great.
You have 80 Jewish women on here, so I don't see.
Oh, a few men.
I don't see a man.
My husband.
Oh, and Howard. Yes, we take him. Oh, Eric, our executive director, will be on too.
I look much better than I did the day I called you from the orthodontist, remember?
All right, it's 10:56.
You cracked me up, Beth. Okay.
All right. So, Brenda, do you want to go on mute or stay unmuted? Are you
You can
saying
put-
anything or just Beth?
Put her on mute.
You can
All
put
right.
me on mute.
Beth, I am going to mute myself. If you need me, you know how to get me, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna just mute myself too. I don't think any of us should start. Well, I'll welcome people as they come on. So Idan, we're gonna start talking like a few minutes after 11. Tracy will let me know the numbers because if we have 80 people, right now we only have 15. So you know how it is. We might have to wait a few minutes. I wanna, because if I introduce you and then have to introduce you again, that will be annoying.
Yes. Perfect.
Okay.
Beth, are you ready for me to let people in?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to let them in. Hi, Howard. Good looking.
He doesn't hear us.
Oh, because he's on mute. I'm so stupid. I muted everyone. Okay, forget it. Goodbye.
Until someone pick up. What St. Luke's is doing is they automatically. We're very busy.
It started.
What we'll do is give us the phone number and we'll call you back.
No, don't buy that. Don't buy that. That's like waiting for the Messiah.
It started.
Maybe do I have to get off this? Maybe.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hi, Robin.
Hi.
Thanks for
again.
coming on.
Thank you.
Hi, Mom.
Hi. How are
Hi.
you?
Good. I'm going to mute you, so there's no problem.
Okay.
Hi, Eileen Rubel.
Hi, how are ya?
Good to see you.
Nice to see you too. Hi, Bren.
Hi, Harriet.
Hi, thank you.
Oops.
Hi, Beth.
Great to see you.
Hi, everybody.
There's Brenda. Brenda, unmute for a sec.
Oh, I got it. Let's see.
Hi, Elliot.
Hi, Amy.
Hi, Brenda. How are you?
Good. Miss seeing you.
I miss seeing you too.
Hi, Stan. If you don't have your name in your screen, please put your name in the screen. So if you don't mind when we take a picture, and also we know who's on. You could put your first name if you don't want to put your last name. Hi, Kimberly.
Beth, how are you?
Good morning.
Good
Hi,
morning.
Kimberly.
Hi, Brenda.
Hi,
How are you?
Eileen.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Carol and Claire. Dana and Maya are on. Hi,
Hi.
Hi, Howard.
Hi, Howard.
Hi, Lee, my old friend. Come on and say hi. I want to see you.
Once we hit
Hi, Beth.
we're done.
Hi, Mara.
Hi.
Anybody else then?
Greetings from Vermont.
I have a thing,
Hi, Beth. I don't know if she sees me.
Hi, Al. How you doing?
a video. Wait.
I see you.
Beth, is this working? Because I'm in the car.
I see you. I'm just going to mute you. Now, I see you, but I'll mute you now. How's that?
Oh,
Hi, Andrea Schaefer from Boston. If you guys want to show yourselves, come on for a sec so we could see who's on. Hi, Cheryl Miller. And Betsy Rosen's on. Fran Wolf. Hi, Cheryl Block.
Hello.
Jeannie. Ann Kaplan's on. Hi, Ann. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Tama. We have a very big crowd. This is very exciting for us.
We are done.
Diane Lemberg's on. Hi, Elaine. Elaine Langer's on. Pam Perlman's on. Say hi to the Zilter girls.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Sandy. I don't see everyone because I'm on my iPad.
That's okay.
I can't see
Ellen
everyone.
just came on. Jen Oxfeld, Lori Attier, Carol
How do you-
Wilson, Sandy Klein.
How do I put my name in?
I will do it. That's my mom, if anyone's asking. I will do it. I'm muting you.
I can't see everybody, Beth.
Who's saying that?
Brenda, I'm looking for my sister, Debbie Borchainer.
Okay, it's still early. She's probably not on yet.
All right.
All right.
Thank
Blanche
you.
is on. Hi, Blanche.
Hi.
Let's
Not
see
everybody's
who else.
on yet, Brenda. People.
No, Brenda, we have time. Robin Finberg's on. Hi, Alicia.
Hi, Robin.
Amy Holtz is on. Yeah. Allie Lipson's on.
Wait, I
have to mute.
So
Wait, Amy Holtz is not alone. Come here.
let me see who's. Oh, there's
It's
Laura.
Sarah.
Hi, Laura. Sarah Holtz
Hi,
is on.
Alicia.
Wait, why do you keep disappearing?
I just have to make a public service announcement. We have a few people that are showing up 2 or 3 times in the waiting room. If you shared the link with another friend, I can't let them in yet. We can make sure we have room at the end because we have a full house and we're limited in registration. So just know if you did share a link, we'll see if we have room at the end and I will let your family members in. But
Within the same house, they could go on.
they can, and they could share a computer, but I have 2 or 3 people coming in on different computers. So we're just going to keep in the waiting room. So if one of you has a loved one sharing, just hold for a moment and we'll let you in at the very end when I know that we have room. I could let the other computers on.
Yeah. Risa Schaefer's on. Hi, Reese. Hi, Michael. They're coming in from Long Island. There's Vicky Wax and Valeska. Hi, guys. Hi, Allie. Allie Lipson's on.
Hi, Beth.
Lori Wax is on.
Hi, Brenda. Can you hear me, Brenda?
I can hear you, Debbie.
Oh, is that your sister, Brenda?
Yes, it is.
Oh, hi, Debbie. Welcome.
Hi.
Brenda was worried that you were going to make it, so we're glad you're here. We have
Robin's on too.
Robin Finberg's on. Hi, Faye Kuhn. So, guys, we have 53. We still are waiting for about 30 people, so
They're coming.
we're going to give it another minute or 2. But Tracy is monitoring the waiting room, so we'll be sure. Hi, Amy Silverman.
And I have people texting me for the link that they lost their email. So just give it another few minutes.
No problem.
I see our fine executive director. Good morning, Eric.
I can't. Where?
I have
Hi,
people
Eric.
muted on entry. People are still coming. Give them a minute.
Okay. Hi, Eric. I don't see him. It's
Well, we're
I'm here. Sorry, just a little loud in the house.
okay. So, oh, I have
Morning.
2 pages. Okay.
There's right now. Yep.
Great. Okay, let me think. There's Jody. There's Kira. Hi, Naomi. Hi, good to see you. Ellen Gordon's on. Beth Hyken just jumped on. Let me see. Deborah's on. Hi, Deborah.
Hi, how are you?
Good to see you. Let's see. Sandy Fine's on. Hi, Kira.
Hi, guys. Hi, everyone.
Okay. Oh, I'm glad you got on, Kira.
Yes, honey. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Ann Kaplan's on. let's see. All right, so we're gonna give it, let's see, we have another couple minutes, guys. So I just will tell you while we're waiting, Eileen Ringgold's on, Eddie's on. So if you're gonna have questions, just type it in the chat. So if you don't know where the chat is, go to the bottom of your screen and it says chat, and you'll be able to type a question in there, and we are gonna have time for Q&A afterwards. So feel free to type a question and I will get it. For anybody that is not familiar with the chat feature, I do have my phone. So if you don't know how to chat, you could text me. I'm gonna check both. And if anyone is telling you they're struggling getting on, just reach out to me or Tracy.
And the welcome desk also. They could call the welcome desk. Hannah has the link.
Yes.
The roster.
I just heard for somebody. Okay, Tracy, could you please text Erica Stein the link? She doesn't have it.
She already texted me. She's
okay. All right, great. So this is super exciting. So right before the Prince is coming on, I will do a plug for our next events. That is Unorthodox 1 and Unorthodox 2. We have the star Michael Birnbaum from Unorthodox on February 11th. Everyone on this is going to get the email. And then we have Unorthodox Uncovered Part 2 with Rabbi Michael Bayo on Wednesday, March 3rd. So everyone will be getting it. Again, JCC members are free, non-members are $10. So please feel free to share my emails with you. And Tracy, all right, one more minute and I think we should probably get started.
Yep, have a good one.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay. Okay, Tracy.
You're good, Beth. Go ahead and start. We're good. We have about 60 people. I'll keep letting them in. You go ahead and get started.
Okay, it's, yeah. So Edan, we're going to be ready for you. Okay, let me just see where Edan is. Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, great. All right. Hi, all, and thanks for joining us for the first JUniversity series. We're super excited that you're here, and we want to just tell you a little about Edan, the Challah Prince. So we brought the incredible Challah Prince live from Berlin. He was born and raised in Israel, now residing in Berlin. He's always been an artist with a professional career in dancing, video production, art, and PR in the lifestyle industry. And it's now Edan's mission to bring art into the baking world and demonstrate the beauty of every single piece of challah. What started out as a small Instagram account has grown into a huge community of art, creativity, positivity, and deliciousness. Particularly during the COVID-19 pandemic, he has been dedicating himself to the challah community and sharing his creations and unique ways of braiding the dough, communicating to his community. He feels as the Prince, it's his role to encourage and uplift, especially during the very difficult time. So Edan, welcome to the JCC's JUniversity.
Thank you, Beth. Thank you so much for inviting me. I have to admit, I'm super excited. And if you would ask me years ago that I will stand in front of people, audience, and tell about my story, I would laugh about it, because as a kid, as a younger even, I was stutter and I couldn't speak properly. And today, standing here and telling you my way to Berlin and to the Challah, it's a big thing for me. And this is, by the way, I think I choose to dance, to stand on the stage and just dance, to express myself through my body, because through my mouth was always super difficult for me. It was a big, big, big challenge. And also as a dancer, dancing for me was a therapy. And today, if I'm comparing the baking challah, the braiding the challah to the dance, it's also for me a therapy, a meditation, and a way to discover more and more about yourself. And this I really, really would love to share with you today. So my relationship with the challah actually was always kind of funny because as a young, I was eating in Friday night, Shabbat dinner, only challah with hummus. And my mom was every time concerned about it, that I'm not eating anything, that I will not grow up that way because I need to eat the real food. But I always love to eat hummus and challah. And my mom, that's what I can say, that wasn't the only concern for my mom and for my parents in general. And beside of that she's Jewish mother, and you probably know how is it. As a kid, I was very shy. I wasn't that amazing at school even. I was bad student, and I think I just wasn't fit to the conventional education system. I always was different, and I knew that something is different in me, but I couldn't really put my fingers and say, what is it? So before I'm gonna go through the story from the childhood till now, my name is Idan Chabasov. You probably know me as Challah Prince from Instagram and from Facebook. And my account, I started in January 2020, exactly a year ago. And I just started for fun. I didn't plan anything. I didn't plan to stand front the audience and tell about the story of the Challah and of my life. I just didn't expect that nothing gonna happen from that. And actually I'm standing here because piece of bread when we're thinking about it. And this is always makes me funny, very special piece of bread. And this bread, most of the people know already that challah is not just the bread. And it's definitely a piece of art and absolutely a great tool to discover and to dive into yourself. So at school, as I said, I always was different, and my mother came to the school every week to talking with the manager, what's gonna be with Idan? That was the big question all the years until the high school even. What will be the future with Idan? Because he's a bad student, he's a bit different, a bit shy. And, you know, in these days, to be creative, to be maybe spiritual kid wasn't enough. You need to be good at school. You need to be smart. Otherwise, and I think the big change came afterwards in the high school, that I really decided to be good, because this is what every child wants, to be good. You want that the parents will love him. And I want to receive that love. My parents love me all the time. Yeah, don't get it wrong. My parents all the time cover me with much love. They always support me, and they never also told me what to do. They really, everything I want in life, they just gave me. even the dance. And in high school, things start to change and I became more popular and I start also to dance. And I think this step to start to dance and to connect to my body and to myself really helped me to be more open, social, and also honest with myself. And I was good. I started to be good in literature, in Hebrew class, in English class, communication class. But in math, I was bad, math and physics. I was so bad. Anything to do with numbers was so difficult for me, so challenging for me, and I couldn't get it. And one teacher told me, Idan, if you don't remember the formula, just start to sing it. Just choose a nice music from nice songs that you like, and then start to sing it in your mind. And that's what I have done. When come the test, I was sitting with my pencil, with a paper, close my eyes, and start to sing the formula, just to remember that. That was my only way. Because in that time I couldn't dance the formula, which was amazing. But so that's actually music and dancing was my way to start to find an access to difficult things that I was struggling with. And with the dancing, of course, I start to feel that effect that I felt different all the time. First time in my life, I knew to put my finger on that and say, yes, I'm gay. I know I'm a different because I'm gay because my sexuality preferences. But that was scary. That was very, very scary to tell to everybody, to tell my teachers, my friends, especially my parents, that, you know, they start to be so proud of me because I became such a good student and everything was suddenly so good. But then I just thought, wait, my parents don't have to know that. Just don't tell them, just hide it. You can tell that to everybody, but just not to your parents. And 2001, I came out. It was in Purim, 2001. And I always love to tell that story because what a wonderful symbol that I came out in Purim, the holiday that everybody put the mask on them. I just take the mask on myself and I become myself, the really done. So I was in Purim at school. I was Barbie and Ken. I was Ken, she was Barbie, my friend. And I came back home and I saw my mom crying. And my love for my mom is so big. And to see my mom crying, that was so painful. And I just asked her, Mom, what's going on? And she looked at me and I could feel she knew something. She knows something. And she took me to the room and she asked me, Idan, are you gay? So I denied it, immediately denied it. And a friend of mine, Shelly, was there and she heard that from the living room. So she came into the room and she told me, Idan, stop to lie. And I was shocked. I was totally shocked that this is what she's doing. And my father came into the room. My mom confirmed that. And then my brother came into the room. He hugged me and told me, I don't care, you are my brother. And I was, in the same time, I was confronted with such a big fear that maybe my parents don't gonna love me anymore. what's gonna happen now? I feel shame. And the same day I was in the room the whole day. I went to bed, go to sleep. And during the night, I just thinking to myself, Idan, how you gonna get up in the morning? How you gonna show your face in front of your parents now when they know the truth? But what actually happened, that was the opposite. I felt so light in my body. I felt so happy. And I went into the living room with a big smile and I said to everybody, good morning. And that was the first time in my life that I felt, I feel myself, the real Idan. And that was definitely life-changing event. I can bet that any gay can tell you this story, that this has changed his life. But to think, to feel that shame and to understand something else, that it's the most beautiful thing in the world that can happen to you right now. This is really big thing, and that was amazing. After I finished school, I continued to dance. I was a dancer in a few big companies in Israel. I was a classic ballet dancer. And also for me as a dancer was difficult with the steps, with the music, to count the music, because I told you already, the numbers and the math was very difficult for me. But the classic music was so pleasant for me that I just could disappear in the music and just dance it the way I want. And I found my way. And in some moments, I just felt that I want to learn more. I want to know more. I don't want to be only a dancer. And I just started to learn communication in the university. And during the communication study, I just find amazing job in a PR office. And that was my way actually out from dancing to the PR industry. And at that time, I just was thinking, Idan, how you can live your life without dancing? That was a big question, because if you will ask any dancer right now, he will say, no, dancing is my life. I can't live without. And that was my thought as well. But I just took the courage and I just decided that I don't want to dance anymore. Also in Israel, it's a bit difficult to be a dancer. The variety is very limited for dancers, in general for artists, because it's a very small country, you can imagine. So I thought, okay, Dan, you're gonna expand your knowledge, you're gonna expand your activity, and you're gonna just continue with your study and do PR. And from moment to moment in the PR industry, I start to feel empty, because to be a dancer, to be connect to yourself, work with your body, suddenly you go to different thing. You just start to realize that this is such a hypocrite industry, and there is nothing real there. Especially in the fashion industry, you know, it sounds amazing, like fashion shows and to be in contact with celebrities, and sounds very glammy, but inside it felt very dark, very much. So I decided to go back to art, simply as that. I just thought I was an artist and I want to do art. So I decided to quit from my job as a PR person and start to study animation, video, and performance art. And in the first year in the art school, we discovered a cancer in my mom. And I think that was, I'm pretty convinced that was the second time that I felt real fear. I felt paralyzed in my body when the doctor told us that. What? How that can be? Make no sense. My mom, such a strong person, sick. So the art study took a big role in my life. I went through so many layers, so many ways to express myself through animation, through videos, through performance. And just watching my mom become weak and weak, that was so painful. I was so scared. By the way, I'm carrying with me this fear until today. She's alive and she's healthy, thank God. But I feel that fear still exists in me, especially when I'm far away. I'm in Berlin, she's in Israel. And if she had just a little, just a bit sick, I just like become concerned and like crazy. Try to protect her from nothing, from something bigger than me even. During the art school, I came to visit in Berlin. Berlin in Germany was the last place that I was thinking to come to visit. I planned to go to Amsterdam. I thought maybe to come to the US or maybe in different places in Europe. But then a friend of mine just called me, Idan, I just moved spontaneously to Berlin. Come to visit me. You can stay at my place. I came to Berlin in 2012. I fell in love. And I saw so many Israelis here living and express themselves and doing that and that. And I just thought I wanted to myself as well. At least I want to experience that. I just want to go to adventure. So I planned this move for 2 years. 2 years, I save money, I study, I work like crazy. And in the end, I moved here in 2014, January 2014, exactly 7 years ago. 7. And in Berlin, I thought in Berlin it was very, very difficult time in the beginning. The weather was the most hard thing. I came from a country that there is sun, basically 300 days in a year, and the beach and friends and love, and suddenly I'm here alone in the big city, try to find myself as an artist. That wasn't easy at all, especially when you don't know German. And then the second winter came, and I became depressed. I became really depressed. I had really, really deep depression. Not that depression that friends tell you, oh my God, it's so cold, I'm depressed. Oh my God, a real depression. Get up in the morning and start to crying without any reason. And that was the third time in my life that I felt a real fear. The first one was when I came out. The second one was my cancer, my mom cancer. And the third one was the depression, that you don't know what's going on with you. you feel something wrong. In Israel, I was so happy. I was laughing all the time, smiling all the time, and suddenly, that day, I had a boyfriend. We was dating for together, so to say, like around 4 months already. And he decided to talk with his friend, she's psychology, and he tried to convince me that I need to talk with someone because I'm depressed. And as a kid, I always believed that I always find the answer inside of me. I always so connect. I liked all the time to analyze dreams, to meditate, and my cousin told me one day, Idan, what about meditation? Maybe you should meditate. And I remembered when I was 18 or 17, I bought a book from Osho, and I never opened it, and I never read it. It just was there on my shelf. So I asked for my mom to send it to me here to Germany. And I found a studio here that I can practice meditation. And I felt just amazing, the same feeling, the same relief that I had when I came out. Suddenly I could compare and said, oh my God, it's the same feeling. This lightness, this energy just drives in your body that you just feel happy because you feel the real you. That was only after a month of meditation on a daily basis. I was so excited about that. I discovered the whole world. I discovered, and I went to my masters in the studio, and I told them, listen, I want to share that. I want to be a meditation facilitator. Please help me with that. I want everybody will know what meditation, how meditation can make you feel. So in the beginning, they just thought that I'm, too excited about the idea. So they just told me, just come to visit, continue to visit in the studio, and let's see. And I continue, and I really commit to that. To commit to meditate, it's not to commit to the meditation, it's to commit to yourself. Because you can discover more and more and more, and you can cross your fears. So after, I would say, 2 months, 3 months, I start my program as a meditation facilitator in the studio. I did it for 1 year, and 2 years later, I just facilitate meditation. And that was actually the first time that I needed to talk and express myself and guide others through my words. If that was a big fear, I don't know if that was such a big fear, because I felt that I have so much to give, that I have so much to share with others. And in that time, when I started my program as a meditation facilitator, I started to bake. I started to bake because a friend of mine came here for Shabbat dinner, and he cooked chaime. Chaime is it's a fish with the tomato sauce, very spicy, very good. In Israel, there is no other way to eat it. Just dip it, just dip the challah inside and eat it. And then we just start to cook and everything. And I just thought for myself for a second, wait, how we should eat it? We don't have challah. And we just improvised something with some bread, but the week after I decided to bake challah. My challah was very simple, very not beautiful, 3-strand challah. And I remember I took it to the meditation studio, and they just loved it. And already then they told me, oh my God, you have to open a bakery. I divorced. Through the meditation, I just realized that probably I got married from fear, from loneliness. I loved him, but maybe that wasn't enough. Maybe was different things that I wasn't aware. We split, we divorced in a very nice way. He's a very good friend now. And I continue to bake challah every week, every Friday, 3 challahs from 1 kilo flour. One, I always share it with my neighbors. One, I always share with a good friend of mine. And one, I always kept for myself. After a while, I just felt that I don't want to share the meditation anymore. I felt I want to do other things. So I found a job in PayPal. I was working for PayPal for 2 years. And after PayPal, I found another job in a big social media company. And back to that day that I baked the challah my first time, and I put the challah in my mouth, you just realize that the first thing you start to miss to is the taste from Israel. It's the food. And that was amazing for me because in Israel I was so lazy, no cooking, no baking. I was like such a spoiled boy with like, mom, you can make, mom, you can do, mom, please, I'm hungry. I was like that. And suddenly I need to learn how to cook. I need to learn how to bake. And in a very intuitive way, I just start to do stuff from Israel, food, Israeli food. And in these years, I felt very happy. My heart always was like split between Israel and here in Berlin. Every winter was difficult. And every time I went to visit there in Israel, I came back here with tears and crying like a baby and just want to be there with my family. And I felt unhappy in a way that I just maybe don't have the right job in my life, that I need still to search myself, and because I knew that I have something extra to give and to tell. And I always like to work with my hands. This is something that I just realized now in the last year. I was a dancer. I worked with my legs, and then in the art school, I always was attracted to work with materials, with things, and I always kind of deny that because my specialized was in animation, computer animation, to work with mouse, not with my hands, not with materials. And one day, my master in the meditation studio told me, one day was after 5 years that I bake challah every weekend. He told me, Itan, don't you want to do something with the bread, with the challah? Like open a bakery? And I started to think about it in a very deep way. I just thought, let's first of all open an Instagram account and let's see. Let's just share it. Let's just share the love. Let's just see how people react to that.
Idan, can I just
Yes.
interrupt for 1 sec? Would you mind starting to demo while you finish talking?
Definitely.
Thank you.
Perfect. So I'm going to demonstrate two challahs, one with 4 strands and one from 12 strands. The same braiding technique, just different amount. As you see, I have 12 little balls and 4 bigger balls. And I opened my Instagram account. And just to start to teaching myself different techniques was very, very difficult, because to teach yourself different braiding technique, you really need to be good in math, because it's all about numbers. And the way I actually went through the math class with the formulas and everything, just combining music to that, I decided to teach myself to braid with music and teach myself mantras, different mantras. And I don't know if you know that, but each braiding technique, there is a mantra. And if you remember that mantra, it becomes super, super easy. So for example, this 4-strand challah, you can implement with 6 strands, and you can implement with 8 strands, and with 12. And the way you actually do that, you just need to remember that the second is going up and the first come to the middle. And then the second from the other side coming up and the first to the middle. Second, first, second, first to the middle, second, first. First to the middle, second, first, second, first, second, first. And after I teach myself this technique and these mantras, I just felt that I need to change something. I need to change something with the strand, maybe with the design, because in the end, everything is about design. And if you can, you can go to my last post on Instagram. I just talked about these 4 strands that you can make it maybe thick in one side and thin in the other side. It will look different. If you will take 2 4-strand challah and you will make heart from that, this is also optional. Or you can put it on side and just make it round. It's going to look so different. And now I'm going to show you the same technique with the 12 strands. And if you have any question about baking, I think that would be a great time to do this now. I would love to answer.
Idan, tell us about, we're going to give everyone your recipe, but please share with us how do you make your dough and let it sit for a while? Do you refrigerate it? Tell us about that.
Yes, definitely. So I don't like the method to let it rise overnight in the fridge. From one reason, the flexibility of the dough just got lost. The rising time later, it's way more long because the dough is cold. And it's not really saving time because you anyway, before you're working with the dough, you need to take it out at least 2 hours before to let it rest and to get to the room temperature. So the way I like to make it, I just make the dough, let it rest for around 2 hours. And then I just make these little dough balls, as you see. I cover it every time I'm working with the dough. I cover it with a plastic bag just to make sure the dough is not getting dry. And I'm waiting like around 10 minutes to let the gluten to rest and become more flexibility.
There is a question. Are all the dough balls that you use for the challah the same size?
So the 4-strand challah, I make the dough, the balls from 150 grams. And for the 12-strand, I make 90 grams each. So it's smaller.
Smaller, okay.
Yes, but this is because I'm going to do 12 strands. So I will have a lot of dough in this challah.
Anyone has any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. I will ask you, how long do you typically think that your challah stays fresh? And how do you keep to store it?
So if I'm baking a big amount of bread of challah, so I always like to put it in the freezer. But usually nothing left. I always share it with friends, with neighbors. But you know, challah, homemade challah is not like the bakery that stay for many days. Because in the bakery, they put extra things inside that helps to the dough to stay fresh. Homemade challah, it's a little bit different.
Okay, another question is, have you ever made gluten-free challah?
Not yet. I want to have some recipe, but it's very difficult to find something good.
Okay, another question. We're noticing that you're rolling your strands and the ends are smaller than the middle. Tell us about this technique.
That's true. So as I said, that I realized that you can change the challah with some special or other design. So this is actually my way. I like to roll it very thick in the middle and thinner on the sides. That helps me to reach this kind of mountain. If you can see that the challah just going, and there is a kind of mountain here that is more high. And I really like this kind of look. It gives it some more spatial design. Okay, so now I'm gonna arrange them. 12. Now, when I'm working with a big amount of of strand, I always like to put just a little bit flour, then they're not getting stick to each other. And remember, to braid challah, it's like, you know, it's like to paint. It's really all about the way I put the strand, you know. I mean, the second to the top, it's not just like that. It's just like to really know how the way I want it and fix it a bit if you need. And then, wait a second. So I have 6 and 6. The second, like the fourth strand, the second up, the first to the middle. And also here, the first, it doesn't mean to the middle that way. I know I want it from the top like that. So I really, really take care that it will be nice. The second, up, the first to the middle, the second, and the first. First. Now this challah you can also make from a strand that they the same high, the same thickness. It's gonna also look very, very, very nice. And you can already see the pattern. And when the strands became more short, it became more tricky and more challenging, but don't give up. And at the moment I have nowhere to go, I just pinch it, cut it, and just design it a bit, fix it. And this is the same braiding. It's the same braiding method. This from 12 and this one is from 4. And as I said, you can also make these challahs from 6 strands and also from 8 strands. It's possible to do that.
Tell us what you, after you braid, then what do you do? What do you top your challahs with? And tell us about that technique.
I will. So after I braid it, I like to put it on the cooking sheet and cover it with a kitchen towel. Just a simple kitchen towel. I'm waiting for around 40 minutes, something like that, until the challah looks a bit puffy. And then I like to wash it only with egg yolk, only with the yellow part of the egg. That gives it really beautiful golden, brown golden color. And I put it in the oven for around 30 minutes on 180 degrees, which is 360, I think, Fahrenheit, something like that, yeah. You need to remember, for the 12 strands, for example, I would give maybe extra time, just a little bit more, just an extra 5 minutes or 3 minutes, no more than that. because it probably needs more some more heat to get cooked inside in the middle.
Great. We have a couple questions from you from our viewers. Do you use parchment paper on your cookie sheet to bake, or do you use a grease or a spray?
Parchment paper, yes.
Great. Perfect. Okay, another question is, do you have one rise or two rises?
If I have what, sorry?
One rise, do you let the challah rise once or twice?
Once I let the dough rise, and the second time I let the challah. After I shape it already, I let it rise in the second time.
Great, so tell us again, after you make the dough, how long does that sit?
So I'm making the dough, and I let it rise for around 2 hours until it's double in size. Afterwards, I split the dough, I make the little balls, and then I give it just 10 minutes. I'm not really called it to rise because it's more let the gluten to rest, and then the dough became more flexibility. So the second rise will be after I'm doing the strand, making the shape, and then let it rise for the second time for 40 minutes, something like that.
Great, thank you. We have another couple of questions. In this technique where you put the second strand over the others and the first strand in the middle, is it the same no matter how many strands you use?
Yes, you can do it with 4, with 6, with equal number, basically.
With equal number, that was our question. Exactly. Do you need an equal number? Great, okay, so that answer is yes. We have another question. Do you spray the parchment paper or is it dry?
Dry.
Great. Okay, and then I wanted to ask you about your recipe, which we'll share with others. What kind of salt do you use?
Salt?
Salt.
Just normal salt. When I watch in tutorials on Instagram or YouTube, I always heard I use kosher salt, kosher salt, kosher salt. I asked the rabbi here in Berlin, and I just asked, what is this kosher salt? And he told me all the salt is kosher, no worries. So since then, I'm just no worry, and I'm just using all kind of salt that I just find in the supermarket.
Great, thank you for that. Someone is asking, do you ever braid in odd numbers?
Yes, I have my 5 strand challah. I mean, it's not really mine, you know. This is the thing also, I took familiar techniques and I just added my design. As I said, you can make so many designs from the same braiding method. So the 5 strands, yes, you definitely can do that. I can even unbraid my 12 strands and show it.
That would be great if you don't mind.
Definitely.
While you're doing this, can you share with us, how is your dough so smooth?
So perfect dough is always start from the right amount of water in the dough. Because if we have, and it makes sense, if we have too much water in the dough, we will get very, very sticky, very sticky. Wait, I will make it differently. We will get very, very sticky dough. And if we will add too little water to the recipe, we will get very, very dry dough. And it's really all about the precise liquid amount and also the way you treat the dough. Because after my dough is dry, if I will take and I will make immediately the strand, probably I will not get that smooth dough. So So this is why it's also very, very important to make the balls, the dough balls, before you open it to a long strand. Okay, now just a second, I need just another one. As you see, sometimes when the dough after the dough is rising, so we get like a little piece of dough like this, and we try. This is, I know that most of the people do, and then they try to roll it immediately.
Correct.
And then what you actually get is very, very, very difficult and hard dough, because the gluten is very stressed after rising. So you need to let it rest to make it flexible, and then you can see already that it's not very smooth. He has little breaks. But now I do it because I just want to demonstrate my 5 strands. So as I said, the mantra also for the 5 strand, there is a mantra that you can use, and you can definitely take a pencil and a piece of paper and just write it down. And it goes like that. I like to start it from the middle, but you definitely can start it from the beginning. And it goes like that. The first one, skip 3. The first one from the other side, skip 2. And then this and this change. The first one, skip 3, 1, 2, 3. The first one from here, skip 2. And then change. And again, skip 3, skip 2, change, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 2, 1, 2, change, skip 3, skip 2, 2, change. And as you see, and as you can hear me as well, I always like, I'm seeing it like skip 3, skip 2, change, skip 3, skip 2, change. The way, actually exactly the way I learned the formula in school, I just teach myself to do this braiding technique. I like to keep it that way very much. I think it's very beautiful. Many others I know they like to do something like that or like that. This is also possible, but I really, really love to give it and keep it long.
It's beautiful. Another question is, approximately how long do you make your strands when you start?
So, first of all, I have to say there is no rule for that. There is no one size that is wrong or other is right. There is no such a thing. You know, it's like if I compare to braiding the challah to painting, so you can choose any size of canvas you want to do your paint. So that can be very small, that can be very big. This is totally your decision. And I go back to my last post on Instagram, which I make like little tiny challahs there. Anything, I think I have them even here. Yeah. Look how small is that.
They're adorable.
Very, very small. I have all the kinds here. I think also the 5 strands somewhere. Somewhere, but not now. But I have there a lot of small pieces that I just make them last weekend.
Very nice. I have a couple other questions for you. When you taper it, you understand what we mean by taper, make it thinner on the ends. Because it's thinner on the end, does it cook in the middle the same? The ends don't burn? Someone's asking because there is a difference in shape.
Yeah, the middle always the corners will be always a little bit more crunchy, you can say. I don't know if burn is the word, but more crunchy, I would say. Yeah.
Right. So the question is, do you need to cover the ends in foil, aluminum foil, so they do not burn, or you've never had that problem?
I wouldn't do. No, I wouldn't do. I mean, there is always someone that like the corners and like the crunchy, and I'm not worried about it.
Right. Okay, we have another couple of questions. We're going to give the recipe out to our guests.
Yes.
Would you consider, I hope you will, consider writing out the steps for the challah so we can actually read the steps and say them out loud while we do it?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear it properly.
You're
About the recipe, I hear something.
Yes, but would you consider giving us a tutorial on the steps, write out for us on a piece of paper that you can share with me to actually braid the 6 strand, whether it's first over middle? Would you be able to write it out for us?
Yes, the 6 classic strands, definitely on your way. So I'm gonna unbraid my 5 strings.
Okay, no, I meant, the question was, would you be able to write it on a piece of paper so you could share it with people?
It's the same mantra. The second goes up and the first to the middle.
Great. Okay, perfect.
There is nothing very changed in the 4 or the 12. And if we have just a little more time, I can even show that it's not a problem, and you can also continue to ask me some questions.
Sure, if you don't mind. I'm sure if everyone's pretty engaged, I think they would love it.
No, it's absolutely fine.
Thank you. All right, we have 2 other questions. One of our viewers wants to know, have you written a book about challah?
Yes, I definitely want to do something, but I don't want to do just a regular book with recipes. I'm thinking about something more like art book, and that contain wonderful photos. I want to do it more visual than just information about challah.
Wonderful. And Idan, tell us what kind of brush you use to brush the challah with the egg yolk.
So I have here, I'm going to show you, I have 2 different of brush. One is the very simple one, but if I make something more complicated, so I'm using painting brush, and then I can reach the corners and the deeper areas in the challah.
Okay, so the question is, do you brush it completely before the bake, or do you put it in the oven, then brush it and put it back in?
No, I'm brush it only before I'm baking it, before I put it in the oven, and only then I just start to brush my challah.
Perfect. These are great questions. If anyone else has a question, please put it in the chat. I have to be honest, I am amazed that your dough is still not sticking to the counter. It's beautiful.
So as I said before, we can first of all, we need to understand how many we have in the right side and how many we have in the left side. And from here, we're gonna start. The second one up, the first to the middle, the second one, yeah? One, this is my first one, and this is the second one, up. And then the first to the middle, the second one, up, the first to the middle, the second, up, the first to the middle, second, first, 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 second, first. Here, because it became more shorter, so I'm using my two hands. So I'm doing in the same time, then I just like keep it. And that's it. And as you see, this is the sixth strand. As you see, it's look like the fourth strand, and you can see it's the same braiding like the 12th. You can see, because this is with 12, so we got the sides more long, and here we just got the size shorter. That's all. Same braiding in a different amount of strands. That's all.
That is incredible. We have a couple other questions. What kind of yeast do you use? What kind of yeast?
I use a dry yeast mostly. In the COVID, when the COVID started, it was very difficult to find a dry yeast in the supermarket. So I started to use fresh yeast. But I love to use dry yeast, dry active yeast, very simple. I'm not searching like even the super quality yeast, just the most simple one.
Great. Okay. And another question is, could you tell us if you're using bread flour exclusively or all-purpose flour?
Yeah, so I like to use bread flour because in bread flour you can develop more gluten and you can get way more strong dough. Probably everybody knows at this moment that you take out the challah from the oven and it's totally cracked. You see the strands kind of cracked and broken. So this is not the only reason why that happened. The flour is not the only reason. There is other many reasons. But to get very strong dough, you also can feel it when you knead the dough. The dough is become more strong and more stable. And I love to work with the stable dough.
So when you were saying kneading it, do you make your dough by hand or you use a mixer?
So this is a very good question because in the time that I bake only once in a week, only weekends, so I used to do it with my hand. Now when I'm baking a lot, baking like almost every day, I would say, I like to use a mixture. But I find that no matter how your mixer is professional, or always you need to give it some extra kneading with your hand. Always, always, always. I also love to feel my dough. I love it so much, to give it some love. And I really believe also that that when you bake challah and you knead it, you feel it with your hands. It's also there is something very spiritual in that. There is something very nice to feel your dough, to feel your creation. So I recommend to do with the mixture. And then if you can give it just like 3 minutes of kneading by hand, that's fine.
Wonderful. So tell us, one of our questions is, is there a reason that you came up with the 5-strand, the 12-strand, the 6-strand? Is there a meaning of that, or is that just something that you came up with?
Today or in general?
In general.
In general. So first of all, I have other methods with, for example, I have another method with the 6 strands, long strand that you make round challah. All the videos you can find on Instagram, by the way, on my feed.
Right.
Just scroll and you can find it. And I have, for example, the 7-strand challah. The 7-strand challah, I don't know if you know it, but it's a very nice one. I was very surprised that it was a big, big, big success. In the beginning, I thought, oh, it's just like a simple braiding, but so simple and so beautiful. And every time I just do something simple, I get even more comments, and I don't know, the simple thing just works, and I always amazed to see that.
Great. One of the questions is a popular question. Can you overmix the dough?
So yeah, you definitely can overmix the dough, but for that you need to forget your mixture on, go to shower, go for shopping, and go to sleep, and then get up. And it's very, very hard to get over kneading. Usually you don't need to knead the dough more than 15 minutes if you give it a good kneading. I knead my dough in the mixture for 10 minutes, and then I give it 3 minutes extra with my hands.
Great. Okay. A couple other questions. We know you're on Instagram, and Eddie just shared it in the chat, and I will share that as well. Do you have any tutorials on YouTube?
No, I have no YouTube channel because right now I manage everything by myself, and I found it very challenging and very hard to do. Also Instagram, also Facebook, and also, you know, my activity, it's not always in the social media. It's also, as you see, I do events and I meet people on Zoom for Challah class. So I assume one day I will make it. I will do that.
Great. Another person asked, do you have any pictures or any special shapes that really have been so special to you?
Yes, I have my 11 strength challah. The 11 strength challah, it's something that I came up with. I remember that night even, I was like, I make like a Play-Doh, just salt, flour, and water, and I just start to play with the strands. And my inspiration for that challah was my 7 braids challah. So the 11 is something that I teach and show in my Challah class when I do a big group, or if anyone wants to book a private one-on-one, this is also possible.
Great. So can you tell us quickly about your private classes that you offer, if anyone's interested in joining those with a friend?
Definitely. So I'm doing one-on-one classes. I do group classes, and you can choose if you want to make the dough and braiding. We can do only braiding. I have a lot of professional bakers. They just book a session with me just to experiment the braiding techniques, different techniques. And yeah, just send me a message if someone is interested.
Great. So I'll be able to share your information. That would be great. Before we wrap up in a minute, just tell us quickly, if we make them and we choose to give them to our friends or family members, how do you wrap them? Do you wrap it in foil? Do you wrap it in plastic wrap, in a bag? What do you suggest?
Yes, I like to wrap it with a plastic bag, with the plastic wrap, and it keeps the challah the best. And usually I give it to friends, not, you know, if I bake it, not more than 24 hours later. So
wonderful. Well,
of course, it's really important to wait until the challah getting cold totally.
To wrap it first. That's a great point. That's a great point. And so if someone wanted to heat it a little bit, would you then wrap it in the foil? And what temperature would you recommend heating it on?
So I like, if I have challah for example, for 3 days or 4 days, I just put it in the oven before my meal, and I put it on 150 for around, I don't know, 20 minutes. And I really like when it's become like kind of toasty, you know, crunchy and toasty. It's delicious. Okay,
are you okay? We have a couple more questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I have 3 questions. Will the home challah movement, like what you're doing, put the neighborhood bakeries out of business, do you think?
If I think what again?
Do you think people like you making challah at home put the bakeries out of business?
I know, yes, I know so, because I know from Instagram, I come across with so many accounts, and especially, since COVID, a lot of people just have no job and they need to make a living. And I think for many of us, the kitchen is the first thing that we can just thinking how to produce something and just share it with others. And why not if we can also sell it and make some money from that?
That's right.
By the way, that was all my friends just like told me, open a bakery, start to sell your challah, do it. And I just thought, no, I can't do it. I have a small oven. I need to get up very early in the morning, go go to sleep very late in the night, just making dough the whole day. And I always want to bring something bigger than just the bread. So I just give my knowledge and my techniques, and I'm very happy with that.
Wonderful. Just jumping to your recipe, Idan. When you use the egg in the recipe, in your baking, making your dough, is your egg room temperature or cold?
So sometimes it's room temperature, and sometimes I forget to take it out from the fridge. So I put it cold on the challah. Better to do it room temperature. Yes.
Room temperature when you are brushing the challah after.
Brushing the challah after it's risen, yeah.
Correct. And another question is the water you use in your recipe. The water, is it warm, lukewarm, or hot?
It's not hot because hot water can kill the yeast. We're looking for lukewarm water because then it's way more nice for the yeast to develop.
Okay. What would you suggest how to freeze it? If we were to give it to a friend and they wanted to freeze it, how would you freeze it?
I would freeze it after baking.
Would you put it in the saran within a bag or put it in the foil?
In the saran
wrap.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us what's your favorite type of challah that you make, and do you like any flavors? Do you ever put toppings?
So I also mentioned it in my last post on Instagram. I always been asked this question, and I always said I don't have one. I love them all, but maybe I love the 4-strand. As I said, the beauty is in the simple things. And I found you can really play around with the 4-strands and make hard and make round and make thick, thin. You really can play with that. And also the 4-strands reminds me Israel, because in Israel you can find every Friday the 4-strand challah in the bakeries. So I think I very connect to the 4-strands. Yes.
Great. And I know your story of being in Berlin is probably coming to an end. So do you want to quickly just share with everyone that you are leaving and heading back to Israel?
Yes. So I'm living in Berlin for 7 years already, and to have a visa here wasn't so easy for me each time. And this time it's even harder because I want to Challah Prince will be a business and will be a wonderful platform, and they just denied it and just rejected this option. So that really makes me think that to find for Challah Prince home would be the best, just to go back to the Challah land. It's to go back to Israel and base my business there. And I think from there will give me a lot of freedom to come to visit here in Europe, to the US, and just like traveling all over the world and sharing that with workshops.
Well, there's so many of us that are anxious to get to Israel and aren't able to go now, unfortunately, with the pandemic. You've had such a beautiful story. A couple of people are asking, can you share with us how old you are?
Yes,
Your age.
I'm 35 years old.
It's a beautiful, beautiful story. And I know you did share with me that your parents are very anxious to have you back in Israel.
Yes, they are very excited about it. My parents, they are just amazing. I'm so blessed with parents like that. They just cover me with love all the time, and they just support me in anything I just like choose and want. And I need to say really big thanks to the universe for that.
That's amazing. And your plans are, you shared with me, you're heading back to Tel Aviv, correct? Right.
I love the city. I love Tel Aviv. I was born in Tel Aviv and raised in Tel Aviv. And Tel Aviv, it's deep in my heart. But in the same breath, I can tell and I can say that I maybe want to have more relaxed place, maybe in the nature, maybe in the north of Israel. So that would be something that because I love the nature, I love the trees and I love the forest. And so I don't know yet, I'm still thinking about, but let's see. I will let you know, that's for sure.
Yes, well, we will be sure to share your Instagram with everyone. You're on Facebook. I will share that. I know so many people are messaging me for your recipes, so we will share that. And I'm sure you'd be happy if we posted some pictures to show you how we do with our braiding.
Definitely. You always welcome all of you to tag Challah Prince, Facebook, Instagram. If you have any question, just send me a message. I try to be available as much as I can because my goal is really to share it and to make people be happy with what comes out from the oven. That's all.
Well, we can't thank you enough for offering to do the program. When I reached out to you and I told you that we wanted to do this for our JCC, you jumped on it. You said yes right away to me, and we've been messaging and talking for months about it, and you're so accommodating. And I know right now is 7:30, right, in Berlin? 7:30?
It's 6:30.
Oh, 6:30 in Berlin. So for us, it's great. And I know when you saw, when I FaceTimed you the other day and it was sunny in Allentown, you said, oh my gosh, the sun. So I know you're so jealous, but you'll be back in Tel Aviv on that beach and we'll all be jealous. So, I wanted to share with you just to know, so even though our program was from Allentown, Pennsylvania, we have viewers on from all over, from Massachusetts, from New Jersey, from New York, from California, from Chicago. And I know so many people reached out to me and asked how I got you. And I said to them, I'll share your link. I know you'd be happy to do programs for other communities. And it was so inspirational to have you, and I can't thank you enough. You did a fantastic job. Your story is so special, and your challahs are simply amazing.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the chance to be here and talk and yes, and go through these little fears that I always have to talk front people and telling my story. That was amazing. And I'm blessed for that.
Thank you. And we're so in amazement of your smooth dough, because I'm getting texts all the time. How is his dough so smooth?
Yeah, so I want to make very soon because the visa issues and everything. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, which programs, but I probably gonna do very soon in the next 2 weeks. Some events on Zoom, so just follow on Facebook and you can stay updated.
That would be great. You're going to have all these new friends on Facebook. Great.
Looking forward.
Thank you. We wish you safe travels back to Israel, and we'll be seeing you
Thank you.
soon. So everyone that's here today, I just want to say thanks on behalf of the JCC JUniversity for joining us. It was our first program, and it was super fun to see everyone from all over. I look forward to everyone joining us again at our next event, and I will email you, but our next event is February 11th. It's Unorthodox Uncovered. It's with one of the stars, Michal Birnbaum, who starred in Unorthodox. It's going to be a Q&A. She'll tell her story. There'll be tons of time to ask questions, and it's just a really nice informal morning, and will bring us all some happiness during this tough time. So thanks everybody. If you have any questions or you are not getting an email, you can reach out to us at the Lehigh Valley JCC. I'm in the on the main page at JUniversity, and we will share the recipe, share some tips, and we will share the program. So thanks again. We're super glad everyone joined us. You guys can unmute if anyone has, Idan is still on. So everyone, if you guys want to unmute, feel free. You could say hi to Idan. But we were just so glad to have you join us. And the sun is coming out, Idan. It is sunny. It's chilly in Allentown. I think the California girls have better weather today, but in Allentown it's 43 degrees, so it's chilly but sunny.
Yeah. Beautiful. Oh, very soon I will get as well some sun from Israel. By the way, my favorite place in Israel is the Dead Sea. I love the Dead Sea so much. So if any one of you just planning any vacation somewhere after this COVID time, the Dead Sea, definitely amazing place to be and relax.
Yeah, I think it would be great to do a class in person if we get to Israel.
That's right.
Oh my God, yes.
Alavai.
Well, if you ever want to come to Allentown, I think you'll have a lot of hosts willing to take care of you here as well.
One day it's definitely going to happen. I mean, this is my vision for Challah Prince. I really consider just traveling, sharing, just get know many communities and many people. It's something that I really want for myself.
It's a beautiful story. So we have everyone on, and like I said, share it with your friends. I'll be sending the recipe out at some point today or tomorrow. But if you have any questions, like he said, feel free to friend him on Facebook or Instagram. And he's very good at getting back, and he even got back to me very late at night when I forgot what time it was in Berlin and I was emailing you. So thanks so much. So thanks everyone, and thank you to Tracy and Brenda at the JCC. Tracy navigated our Zoom for us, and Brenda is here as well, and I thank you guys. Just going forward, there was a little bit of an issue with some people receiving the Zoom link, so we will post on our Facebook page when the Zoom link gets sent out, so you'll be able to look for your email. But I think it worked out today beautifully, and again, check out JUniversity at the JCC, and we hope to see you guys again. And send me your Challah pictures for sure.
Definitely, yes.
All right.
Jen, are you going to miss one in?
Everybody, bye.
Bye. Thanks so much. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can't wait to start baking.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. I love seeing everyone on here.
Thanks, Idan. Your story was beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was so meaningful. I think you're going to get a lot of texts from a lot of ladies today. Yeah, you have to tell your mother how well you did today.
Yeah. Pity that it's not from a lot of guys, but I'm
All right,
trying.
we'll find you a great guy.
Oh, John, watch out. You just said it to we know a lot of people.
Exactly.
And you're ready. We're ready to set you up.
There's a lot of Jewish mothers here.
Right.
So thanks so much. We'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.
Yes.
Thanks, Betsy. Thanks, Carol. Margot, it's great to see you.
Margot, what is Eli? Is he Batman? What is his mask today?
Eli, what are you? What's
Who are
this?
you today, Eli?
My glasses.
They're his
Top
glasses.
on my head.
I like it.
You guys are great. Thanks, Tracy and Brenda.
You look like
Thank you.
incredible.
It was excellent.
Really fun. All right, bye, everybody.
Great job, Beth.
Elliot, drive carefully. Elliot's on her car ride driving from Florida. I'll call you later.
Be
Bye,
safe.
guys.
Bye.